slaps we handle.
So what? Do you want to chat about slap?
Not
Not
really.
really. Yeah, because
Unless we're gonna make jokes about it, I'm just gonna have fun with it. I don't want to talk.
not really. Everyone's
tired.
I'm gonna talk seriously on it. So let's not.
Yeah, let's not talk about.
A few moments later.
He should not have slapped the nigga. He could have G-checked Chris Rock without using violence.
You don't. Yeah.
There's a certain beauty to like knowing and being so secure and thingy with your man that he will pattern any sort of issue, or if someone's chatting reckless, that he'll box them in their mouth. I find comfort in knowing that.
Wait.
But I feel like Jada is more secure in their relationship than Will is.
Okay. That's a fact.
We don't know them.
That's how it comes off though.
No.
We don't know them like that.
It comes off like
We
that.
don't know them like that.
When man was crying on the red table talk.
No, of course you don't know.
Why? What does that mean? What does that
We're
show?
talking about it.
Man. Wait. I would say though, if someone is trying to take the piss out of me and you laugh first, then
he
slap
definitely laughed
them,
first.
Anyway, so
that's the issue. He laughed though.
He's
let's
chuckled. No. If you look at the
introduce
video,
the pod and that.
wait. If you look at, hold on a second. If you look at the video, he laughs and chuckles, yes.
And
but
he
when he looks over and sees that she's distressed, he's thinking,
different.
cool, I've got to handle this. And apparently there was the joke was layered, because something about the plot in G.I. Jane with regards to like her like taking or going with someone else. It was quite a layered joke. It wasn't just her being bold. So or suffering from alopecia. It wasn't just about that.
Anyways.
And he's got a history of pissing that family off, so he had it coming. I'm sorry, chat shit, get banged.
Anyways, they're Scientologists, so I'm not too fussed.
I'm dead. You know, funny thing is, when I used to work for an agency, we didn't know what the event was that we were working at. We only got told until they drove us 3 hours away, and it was a Scientology event.
3 hours away, he's about to get kidnapped, man.
Yeah, he was about to join a new cult, cause
I was pouring wine for all these rich ass. It was so scary, but I was thinking they tipped man like £90, the whole table. Yeah, it was lit.
What did you do with it?
They're very generous. Don't ask me that.
That's a personal question, my G.
Okay. Introduction, yeah?
Yeah.
This is Urban Era.
Yes.
Yeah. It's your boys are your
Is
way.
it?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
We have DJ over here.
Yeah.
Jojo. Yeah. Ida. We have Christen Ish at the back. Glow. So Glow. Is somewhere.
Did you say Christen?
Christen. Yeah.
Chris Atan.
He's distinguished.
Chris Atan Dior.
Chris Atan Dior. Chris Atan Dior. Village. You bought that in Soho on the back roads. Chris Atan Dior. That's on the back road somewhere. Remember that little garage sale they used to do in fucking Holloway Road? That's where you got that from.
You got Wembley Market.
Yeah, facts.
Shout to them. Has everyone recovered from this week?
Yeah, it's been a long
Let them know
week.
what you was doing this week that you almost collapsed yourself.
Just horrible decisions.
What type of horrible decisions?
Just not checking my mirrors
That's dangerous.
until it's too late. But it wasn't too late.
Never too late with the one on your side.
Never too much, never too
Must
much,
run the
never
coop
too
and that.
much.
Spun it. I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy. I did that.
The session of
We're back outside.
Don't die for Nyash. Don't die for it.
Exactly.
Nyash is a
Exactly.
metaphor for the struggles of life.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But
I like big, plump, soft Nyash. So I don't know if that's really a metaphor for how tough. I feel that's great to me. That doesn't really seem too tough. Yeah, you know what I mean? Sounds like a bed of roses to me, my nigga.
But, market research purposes, we're doing well.
Amen.
Doing well.
Yeah.
Amen.
I was like, yeah, fuck this nigga.
What did the market tell you? Any rises in certain coins? Ethereum?
I understand why girls don't
Oh, I
like.
have to check that still.
I understand why girls don't like a guy that's too friendly.
No, I get it.
Wait. Break it down though. Why?
Because
I go on. Sorry, my bad.
the conversation because if you're
Friendly
too
niggas.
friendly and you're out and about, and you're just friendly to the wrong person and then they get the wrong idea, it's long.
So what? When they think you're trying to shoot a shot?
Yeah, sometimes.
But some people though, guard them and man them.
I didn't even shoot.
Yeah, because of their
So
insecurity.
you know he's an ill nigga. I
just
didn't even
passing.
shoot.
I'm
He
passing.
didn't even shoot. No.
I'm
Pause. Wait.
passing.
Hold on. Did you hear what he just said?
Didn't
He didn't even shoot. Like, you know how like nonchalant you gotta be like in the game. You know them. You know them way there. That's them. That's them guys.
I'm just here trying to have a good time.
No, but
I'm not here for a long time. I'm here
outside
for a
with my
good
friends,
time.
my family. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they all say. I'm just here for friends and family.
Wait. He said it didn't shoot, but you know the way sometimes the
shoot by
b-ballers do the jerk step? Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it one of those jerk steps? Or you didn't even have the ball and someone thinks you're taking a shot?
I was. No,
He's gonna snitch on himself.
But more time, them kind of gal are bad communicators because clearly they themselves fancy you, but are reading into your friendliness as their way in to move.
But I feel like
all kinds of crazy.
I feel like that happens a lot.
Because sir, when did I say?
Because like,
when was this even? When did this become a thing?
Interactions like we treat each like men and women treat each other like we're different human beings. So anytime like there's interaction, especially just like single people, we just think like, oh, it's good time.
Oh no, I agree. I love you, man.
And you need to, and it's like, why do I shouldn't have to establish boundaries already? I've only known you for like half an hour. I shouldn't have to establish boundaries this early.
I'm dead.
Facts.
I mean, there's never really a time. You kind of have to. Because even strangers need to know their place, or acquaintances need to know their place.
True.
But you obviously establish them when they need to be established.
Okay.
I ran off.
And if that's 5 minutes into meeting someone because they've put their hand on you and you don't like that shit, you can let them know.
Don't touch me, you.
Why are you actually
Don't touch me, you harlot.
Don't touch me.
I don't know where you've been.
Stop it.
Get out of here, man.
Man, then when you're outside and you're doing something you shouldn't be doing, just tell yourself you have a family. You have a family, man.
I have a family.
Shout to tax.
Do you know how crazy that is? You don't have a family, but you're telling yourself.
Yeah, you have a family.
No, it's
even
there. It's
even
there.
When you don't have a family, you have a family.
I've manifested it.
I have people that love me.
Facts. You have to speak of some shit into it. I believe in manifestation plus hard work.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You can't have just manifestation.
Can you manifest
about work,
anything?
That type of shit.
I guess that's just, I don't know.
Because when the niggas talk about manifestation, there's some confusion about what exactly fits in a box into the things you can manifest. Because I do believe in it as well, but certain stuff I can't manifest. I will never play in the NBA, bro. Never.
No, facts. No, that's a fact. You have to be realistic.
Wait, why?
I'm not tall enough, and I don't have that dribble drive.
He's 26.
But they've
27 actually.
They've been relatively short players in
That's his
history.
industry age.
Well,
They've been short players.
not
Yeah,
true, but the short
chances-
players don't have a long career. One,
Yeah.
Two, they're not 27 and in.
But you
London.
can't say never because you don't know in what
You're
multiverse
trying to keep this dream
needs to
alive.
become. No, because it goes back to like the difference between, because I saw a conversation happening one time about like what's the difference between dreaming, I think, and manifesting. Like, aren't they both the same thing? And she was like, she said something about manifestation is something that happened, like is constantly in your mind. Like you've got the image of what you want in your head as you're working for it. So it's not something that necessarily like is different.
So far-fetched.
Or like you said, what were you talking about just like a second ago?
I said you got a pair manifestation with hard work. So
exactly. So that's like
Okay.
it goes without saying because you can't manifest and be sitting down doing nothing. That doesn't make sense. Go on, sorry.
So,
all right, big baby.
Yeah, no.
Let me talk, man. It's my ISO now.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, no,
So,
good.
the body has certain limitations that come with age. Yeah. So, for example, if you use sports, I know certain people that's still trying to chase a football career and then the wrong side of the 20s. Yeah. And so if you understand the industry you're trying to get into and the body limitations, there's certain stuff you can't manifest because you started manifesting it too late. If that makes sense. So
Everyone saw Jamie Vardy and said it's never too late.
No, but you see with those, you could name Jamie Vardy, DJ Campbell, the
DJ
black
Campbell, Ian Wright.
Ian Wright. Yeah, but they're like,
if
you know what I mean, like on average,
and they was late in football years, not in like life years. You know what I'm
I agree.
saying?
Yeah.
So they would still had a chance.
On average, though, if you have mandem, you care about your mandem, and they're 32 saying that the kids can't eat because they're trying to become a footballer, I'll sit the mandem down and be like, relax, G. Get a job.
That shouldn't be
no.
too. That shouldn't be that funny.
Get a
But
job.
that is hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I hear that there has to
download indie.
there has to be a certain level
But
of
that's not
realism.
your circumstance. That's hypothetical. You could start eating right, get your health in check, and
It's
train
too
and
late.
whatever,
No, it's too late.
and make your way and
In certain stuff, but not
pave your own
certain
way.
stuff,
Sports.
Certain sports, you're age capped.
Yeah.
The earlier you start,
Who said that?
because it's how the body works, though.
And just how the
Who
industry
said
set
that?
up.
So, for example,
Who said that?
if you take Floyd, you take,
Dr.
I
Sebi
don't want to
said.
let man tripping.
Dr. Sebi said.
For
Dr.
example,
Sebi said if you eat
If you
4
fall on-
packs
if you
of
fall on
kale
your knees,
a
I'm
day,
joking, I'm joking,
you will
I'm joking.
survive to 89.
You will survive heads.
Your
Let me- I don't
potential
wanna
will always
mock
be
his-
fulfilled.
Order.
Sebi.
But
Say no.
I'm just saying, you know.
No, for example,
if you've ever watched What If, the watcher knows that you have your own
Let me see.
own path, so you wouldn't get it. You
Marvel,
wouldn't get it.
this is Marvel.
Do you know what I mean?
I thought Jehovah's Witness. I got scared.
I said Jehovah's Witness, man.
I was thinking Watchtower. My bad. Go on.
There's a timeline where you are an NBA player. I believe that.
No, but you see, alternative universes are manifesting, yeah? So, in my head, the only version of me that's of any relevance is the version that exists in this universe. Other versions of me, he could be a Nazi for I know. I don't know.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Money way, no way home.
Yeah. So, for example, with this guy,
The more
Money way, no way home.
This
This guy's done. This guy is finished.
yeah, well, one of them's a Nazi, though.
What the fuck?
Because that's what we're talking
He's
about.
saying that like in the multiverse there could be different versions
Yeah.
of each
Why
other.
speak Nazi?
Some of them could be a piece of shit.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, but
imagine
why speak
Nietzsche
Nazi,
as
though?
a black Nazi. That's a Dave Chappelle skit.
Yeah. But
With an
bro,
Irish accent. No, that's a skit and a half.
Because you see when you have kids, yeah,
Yeah.
and there's stuff like manifesting. I always interested. In,
Shut up. Go sleep.
How are you gonna have that conversation with your child? Because how would you have that conversation? Would you instill in your child that they can literally do anything they put their mind to?
Yeah, you have to.
That's what you instill in your child.
Early, you have to tell them early.
yes.
Oh,
Because
really?
why can't they?
My pops shitted out certain dreams, you know. Certain dreams, my pops
Yeah,
told me
don't-
there's no black reporters.
Yeah.
Get a bro,
In a way, like
Yo,
my,
yo.
my parents never.
That one hit deeper still.
My parents never shitted on what I wanted to do. But
And
they
you
were-
should have never been told that.
Oh, well, I'm so bare of
Yeah,
that. Your
bro.
fingers are too fat to
Yeah.
play piano. Get
What?
a real job.
Okay, that's wow. Wait. Is this a therapy session? What's going on?
I'm 8. What are you talking
No,
about?
but I'm saying if that's what you've heard, that's not what you instill in a child.
No, facts, but you gotta understand different generations of their parents are impacted.
I know,
It
But
could
I
just
mean,
be-
that's
You know how it goes, man.
Your parents had a life before you, you know.
my
And you
immigrant
just-
parent wouldn't have said that
Yeah.
to me.
No, but
My
let's
parents
say
always told me you had to work twice as hard as everyone else when
Facts.
you're black.
true.
Because they grew up here, so they understood. My dad grew up.
I already said this. My dad told me, "You're British." I said, yeah, he only spoke to us in English. Like
Yeah.
none of us are fluent in Tigrinya.
Okay.
Because
Oh,
yeah,
crazy.
You know,
That's mad.
sorry,
you
I
gonna
cut
learn?
you off. My bad.
Are you gonna learn?
I mean, I
You understand? it?
yeah,
as long as you understand
and I
it, that's
speak
the
as much of
important.
it as I can at
Oh,
home.
sick.
Yeah,
So.
that's dope.
Secretly.
Yeah, because my parents didn't teach.
But when I go out there, it's peak. It's
Oh,
peak.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
so peak.
When I went Grenada the first time, they asked me my dad was white.
Them kids laugh at me.
Huh?
I said that's rude.
I said, "Is your father white?"
Is your daddy white? I said. I pointed at my sister. I was like, "It's your fault because you're lighter than me. It's your fault.
I said, man said you've been
You
contaminated.
beige bastard. It's your fault."
I'm like, you niggas, man.
I'm a real Negro.
No.
No,
Yo.
because my dad is like was hardened by growing up in England in the 60s, 70s, 80s. So and in South London. So he like got to see proper different forms of skinheads, Chelsea fans, all that shit.
I said,
Okay, cool.
I said Chelsea.
Do you
fan
not
instead.
speak to your parents about like their life before,
Not that much.
or like what they were, like just what kind of people they
Not
were?
that much.
I remember my mum was telling me about the guy she met before she met my dad as well.
Oh, that's
That's
not.
a deep conversation.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a
It
deeper
wasn't
one.
like too much detail, but she was like, because you know how like in like the 80s and that, yeah, where there was like phases and stuff.
Yeah.
Where it was like there was like a mod phase.
Yeah.
So she
I
was
learned
like,
about
yeah,
it.
my boyfriend before that was a mod. I was like, oh, swear, what's that? It's like, oh yeah, they drive
But
mopeds.
some of
and
them
all
were
that.
mad racist though.
No, he was black.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I hope he was black.
Man said, I hope so. Man said, I'm hoping you better.
Get back quick. Get back quick.
Now my parents kind of like drip it in. So like, if I go through something, or if I do something, and like, nah, you need to fix up, then they'll kind of like take me behind the wall in their life to just let me know like, oh, yeah, we've been through similar stuff in it. But
Yeah.
in terms of just like, yeah, no, with me, I don't know about you lot, but like, I got them traditional African parents. Like, it's just a real kid parent dynamic. We're not friends, we're not boys. I'm not gonna tell you about.
See.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm not gonna tell you about none of that shit. Don't ask me about that shit. My dad has never even asked me if I've had sex yet. He's just assuming. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just things like that we don't
I feel
really
like
speak about.
my mum whipping my ass like established that parent-child
I'm
boundary
dead.
already. But she was always like, if I asked her like about her growing up, and I asked my uncle as well, because I'm super close with my uncle as well, so he would tell me about
Yeah.
growing up and stuff like that. And then my dad, my relationship with my dad got way better when I was at uni, because he was like,
lit.
okay, now I actually need to like show you the ropes, so you're becoming a man now. So anytime I was like struggling, I'll call him and then he'll just trust me like, yeah,
Struggling in what
like
way?
Oh,
he'll
that's
gaslight me, yeah,
Struggling in what
I'm
way?
fucking
but,
dead.
like just like
Life.
with like
Do you want to?
life shit. I was
Life
like,
shit.
I was I remember I couldn't like always ask them for money as well. So it's not even that I couldn't, but I just didn't feel like doing so. I was trying to live independently properly, because I had like a job, I had all that stuff, yeah. So I wasn't too bad, and there's always porridge and noodles at the
I'm
crib.
screaming,
So
yeah.
it's calm.
Or
Wait,
just
wait, wait.
re-up on the box of
Standard.
Indomie, because you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Man, but when you say life shit, what's Zaki's life shit in this regards? Can you speak to your pops about anything?
Pretty much, yeah.
I can't go.
Oh,
I can't.
if I
compete.
You
can't
know
speak to
what?
him-
My mum doesn't
If I can't
willingly.
speak to him, I'll speak to my
Go
uncle.
on.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
If I
You
can't
go.
speak to him, I'll speak to my uncle. I don't speak to my mum about anything because she's a warrior.
I'm dead.
I don't do that. Go on, Adam. Sorry.
Yeah, there's mum doesn't willingly tell me things, but if we prod and ask about things, she's more than open to speaking
Yeah.
about it. But I guess there's some certain things we kind of know not to ask her about, maybe if it's too traumatic or like things like that, because only now have I learned or understood the scope of like everything that my mum could have possibly gone through.
Yeah.
And that's just through speaking to her more about it.
Mhm.
And yeah,
I don't come from a family where people open up very much.
that's
So
yeah.
I'll ask the questions and they'll either hide behind the Jesus wall or they, just won't answer it.
Yeah.
The way
And
you
then
phrase things is funny.
When they
Answer the
do
Jesus walk.
answer it, yeah, they try and answer it behind, like, using it as a method to try and teach something to me.
Yeah.
So, for example,
Yeah.
my pops would tell me, I only know the age of my pops was when she knocked up my mom for my oldest sister,
Mhm.
because my pops is trying to tell me that I should have a youth by now. If you know what I mean?
Mm.
They only tell shit when it comes to that angle.
Yeah.
So I don't know a lot about them. If you know, I know they grew up in the Congo,
Mm-hmm.
Congo Civil War, left the Congo, came here. I know they worked 4 jobs. I knew that they lived in Ireland. Black people weren't really in Ireland back then. I know that shit. But when it comes to them as individuals, not really.
Yeah.
I have a strange dynamic because I wouldn't say that. I said we're very similar in the sense of like, my parents and your parents would be the same age, yeah? Roughly. Yeah, so like us growing up, they were still going through like their 30s, weren't they? Yeah, so you're seeing your parents grow up
Yeah.
as you're growing up. Yeah. And then certain stuff they're figuring out. So like I'm 27 and this shit that I still don't know. So if I was to have a youth by now, I'm figuring out this shit as the youth see me figure out this shit. Yeah, so there's such a shit I can't talk to my youth about.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean, I could never go to my parents about shit because their viewpoint was different from mine.
Yeah.
And they made that clear from the jump. Like, we're Congolese, we're Christian, this is what you don't do. But I like the nookie, but we don't do that.
Bro, of all the things you like, that was the one you dropped. Like,
My dad could never tell me about that because I'm the 4th one on his side, so you can't tell me.
yeah, my
nothing.
dad can't talk.
Yeah, he
My
can't
dad
talk.
could never chat to me
He
on
can't
that
talk.
side, bro.
The 4th by
Yeah.
third baby mum, so
You
no,
harlot.
you can't chat.
I'm
You
screaming.
can't chat
Keep it real.
at all.
Keep it real, pops.
Yeah, but do you find any like? Yeah, because obviously as your parents, when they're your parents, you kind of, when you're younger, innit, like, you kind of look at them like these all powerful beings, innit, because they're doing everything for you, yeah? Do you ever, did growing up and figuring out certain things from your parents' dynamic ever, like, make you look at them differently? You don't have to divulge in that, but obviously...
See, for me, it wasn't the things that I found out. It was at certain ages, I started seeing stuff of what it really was.
Same.
Yeah. So it wasn't stuff in the past before they had us. It was when you're younger, you view your parents in a certain light because you don't have an understanding of the world. As you age, you get a better understanding and you realize that.
Of humans as well.
Yeah, and of humans. And then it changes society. That can be a real fucked up experience.
That, because I know that's happened to me personally. Like, and obviously, as you grow up as a man as well, it's like, oh shit, now you understand certain things and certain behaviors in certain situations. So I see why a lot of like people struggle with the dynamic with their parents as they get older. Like women and mothers as well can sometimes, because you grow up and you start thinking as a woman yourself or as a man yourself.
I find that weird the woman and mother thing, because in some scenarios I find it very competitive for some reason.
Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah, why?
From what I've seen some mad dynamics between mothers and daughters.
Yeah, very competitive. Why?
My mum and my
my
sister's teenagers, while I was in the house, that was crazy times. My mum and my sister's relationship, they're cool, but anything can start.
I feel like that signs of something else.
Okay.
It's no,
but I don't know.
It's personalities clashing.
Yeah,
of
personalities
course,
too.
of course, but especially when you're going through puberty, and you start rebelling a bit more, and you have a parent that's not used to it because of the way they grew up, maybe because my mum grew up with her grandmother. Her grandmother basically raised her, so my grandmother didn't play nothing. Old school Caribbean woman, yeah. So the sticks that you get licked with in the corner of the living room,
Go get my Switch. Go get my Switch.
Go grab that. And you're telling her no. She's like, what?
You know what? I was watching, I can't remember what I was watching, yeah? But I seen, it was like, you know, one of them therapy shows, innit? And it was talking about like mothers and dynamics, innit? And one of the issues they said sometimes that could happen between like a mother and a daughter is like young mums, innit? Yeah. They can hold a certain resentment to their kids, even sons and that, not even just their daughters. Like young mums can tend to hold resentment because, like you said, you're young, you're trying to figure life out, and then now, boom, you got a youth. Especially and some parents can feel like that has knocked their potential, and they will look at the youth.
Especially if that
they're the reason why.
Like the primary caregiver.
Yeah.
And like, there's not. I wouldn't say there's no assistance from the dad, or from like a new boyfriend or something. Or basically, she's just raising them on pretty much on her own. You can tell there's like a bit of resentment, especially to have them young, because it's like my life has changed fully because of you. Yeah. And there could be a little bit of resentment sometimes, and
it's a deeper one.
Yeah,
because of the sacrifice. Because you might feel like I had to sacrifice my dreams and my ambitions to now have to look. But
that's that's like that requires hell inner work, because it's like you can't blame the child for the decision you made and then project and like hold resentment for something of your doing. Exactly. Yeah.
Parents are human too, innit?
But I think when you were saying about how like that coming to that point of seeing your parents or whatever for who they are, I feel like it's just like, because as a child you grow up thinking like your elders are faultless, or that they can't do no wrong. They're the ones teaching you how to do life, so they can't be wrong. But then when you actually deep like, no, they kind of shouldn't have said that to me or done that to me or treat me this way or whatever, or like they didn't parent me proper or whatever it is, you kind of
I feel like getting beats from my like getting hit by my mum like maybe humanize her faster, because sometimes you get in trouble for shit.
Made you humanize her faster?
Yeah, because sometimes I was like, I shouldn't have got hit for that. You're just angry.
Yeah,
it's like that wasn't to the what I did compared to the punishment dished out was not a thing, and it's like, and then as I got older, I was like, no, what are you doing? I didn't do that much. Now I'm like, when I was a bit older, I was like, and she react that way. I'm like, what are you doing? I didn't even do that. What are you talking about?
Yo.
And that, bro, I was so lucky I didn't die that day.
Okay. So, for example, if we combine the first thing we talk about with the thing we're talking about now, so talking about like manifestation. Yeah. So, the parents that we had, they had certain limitations in the environment. Yeah, and us as kids, we could see those limitations. That would limit how much we can manifest, if that makes sense, by common sense. So in my household, all my parents worked 4 jobs, but we still didn't have peas. Yeah, so I couldn't imagine how it was to walk into a shop and buy something because I didn't have money to buy something. So how the fuck am I manifesting that I'm gonna be a bazillionaire or something like that? If that makes sense, like.
But you could be, you could be inspired though.
No, but you see the inspiration. You're inspired by what you see in your environment.
Yeah.
Because when I make this point, you have to factor in that I grew up in a time where there wasn't social media. So all I saw was my environment. Yeah. And my environment was my household, my school, and my church. Yeah. My church was people that looked like me, that was in the same environment as me, because we're all in Ireland and we're black. Congolese, we shouldn't be there. And then my school is just I'm a nigger surrounded by white people. So in both environments, I'm being my sin is being lowered. Because my parents would drop shit like, as a black man, you have to work twice as hard to get blah, 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 blah. That affects how much you can manifest as well. Because that means that you can do half the work and cover as much distance as me. Why the fuck am I going to do this shit?
Don't forget the exploitation of immigrants as well.
Yeah.
In industries like underpaying migrants also. People use your migrant status to underpay you as well. So that makes it shit difficult as well.
No,
Just to add to your point of environment, because
So
I felt you with the limitation thing. Because with me, like I feel like it was a good thing and a bad thing. So because of the school I went to, I had examples of man's parents that are doing mad stuff. So I didn't have your typical environment that I was coming back to on end. So that kind of helped me think I can do certain things, and it made me not realize my limitations of being black and whatnot until after. So that maybe for me helped me kind of think, you know what, no, I don't have to necessarily go down the typical stereotypical route of how these men view me. But at the same time, it's not good because it's like it kind of takes away a certain level of realism of life, because these men are literally in a bubble. So you see how you say your environment limits your manifestation? Yeah. These kids can be anything they want. Literally, mommy can go and send you to the best school, go and give you the best facilities, and all of that stuff that, like you said, will make you think, oh, I could do anything I want because I know that I've got a support system that can give me that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. You dribble, then I'll dribble after you.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it would be more than just your environment, and I think your upbringing, so maybe the lack of what your parents taught you or installed in you, because like with me and my abilities to manifest and like believe and see my dreams, I think it wasn't just that maybe my parents didn't say that enough to me. It's more than that. I think it's like being working class and just like seeing a divide in like my family and then other rich ones that I knew of or saw. I'm just like, yo, it's easier for these man. Like I did 1 week in a private school because I won. I got chosen for my school. To sick. Go there for a week. You get to be thinking,
that's a crazy,
bro.
Yeah.
And it was the most exciting thing I'd ever done. But it was also like I left feeling like, oi, these man just by virtue of having P's to come to this school and not necessarily being that smart, are open to shit like Oxford and all of that shit. Like this, it's more than your upbringing. It's like
I forgot what
other systems at work.
Yeah,
the capitalism, the class divide.
There's a thing for like, it's called something extracurricular, but there's a thing where they talk about how middle class kids have an advantage because there's certain codes they can speak to certain teachers. There's not a much of a barrier. So like, say like
Illuminati and that.
No, but like so for example, yeah, say you got this white Irish kid, no pun intended, yeah, and the teacher's now white and Irish and middle class. There's now this sense of like togetherness. So yeah, there's a sense of community. Like black people do it too. Like when we see black people at a function, we gravitate towards black people. So it's like, same thing happens in schools and shit with teachers. Oh, this guy's more like me. Yeah. Now this kid's parents has got the ear of the teacher. So now
Yeah.
that benefits the youth because now the teacher might be extra nice, might give them extra help.
Yeah.
But certain kids don't have that because certain environments,
Certain
the
kids
teachers ain't fucking with the youths in that school, or they're not fucking. They're just there for the job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you come
kind of
to
thing.
school, the teacher, you come to school and your teacher hates their job.
Yeah, do you know what I'm
And it's
saying?
wrong. And then they hate you because they hate their job.
Like, I'll give you a perfect example. So, like, I remember I had this Irish teacher, super racist, hated me, innit? The things he was saying to my mum, he would never say that to a middle class white parent. But it's just my mum in that environment isn't gonna understand. Well, tell her that she did understand, but she just didn't care at that point, innit? Because she just wanted me to leave the school at that point. But there's certain things like they wouldn't say. Like, he was basically saying, I'm gonna fail, I'm done, I'm this, I'm this, that, and that. But I know that for a fact, the next shoot next to me, he wouldn't have said that to you. I can hear the conversations. Like, it was like
Your
a big.
grades are probably better than his.
No, that was poor. Don't worry about that. I didn't help myself. I'm not even gonna sit here and cap in it.
I try.
But like, I won't even sit here and cap. Like, but it's just that thing of a lack of patience because, like I said, certain teachers aren't gonna fuck with you because of your race or where your background is. So your patience meter is lower. So when you're saying when you went to private school for a week and it made you kind of leave, they're thinking, right, like these men can do all this stuff because of their position they're in. That's me every day. Cause I'm going to school, seeing the madness man can do, then I'm going back to ends. I'm back in Cali, like, do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's a mad dynamic. So like when I say the manifestation thing, it's like, oh, I can do this shit, but then it also hurts because it's like, raw, I can't do this shit. Kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Even the schools outside of London, if you see like just a basic secondary school, you see the facilities they have. It's crazy. They got so much space. Like, it's like you can. The classrooms are not fucked. They're not in the middle of a city. It's like easy to access. It's like, bro, like in London, it's a totally different story unless you go to a school that's
actually top of the range. Yeah. Facts.
It's a certain type of language. Sorry, I know you have a point, but hold on to it. There's a certain language that's used and geared towards like people. It's definitely a class thing. I think at
facts.
its
No,
root,
that's what I'm saying.
it's like you lot. They don't tell rich white kids to manifest, and it's something that they're just known, and they just know to believe that it's theirs anyways.
That's their privilege.
They're entitled to it.
That's their privilege.
They're entitled to it, and it's not necessarily something they need to like work towards or like. Do you know what I mean? That's what
why
I
you
wanted
have
to
guys
say.
like Donald Trump saying, "My dad gave me a small loan of $1 million."
Because it's
You know what I'm
just
saying? Because it's just normal.
that's-
To him, in his head, that's small because he's probably heard of youths that got way more than that.
we have to manifest because the pockets aren't there.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
And we have to believe in ourselves for us to get there.
Go on.
Oh yeah, go on.
Manifest is
Sorry,
bread.
sorry.
Yeah.
I feel passionate about what she said because of the language
I'll
thing.
lead into what you said and say this, yeah. I think you're talking about intersectionality. So how people's different social identities can mishmash and create unique disadvantages. Yeah. So if you take the example I love to give is take a black woman. Yeah. And take a black woman that's from the diaspora. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
what's the difference between the black woman and the black woman from the
So let's say I'm gonna put cultural influence. So if you're from Africa or like certain Caribbean or Middle East areas, you have a cultural influence on your womanhood that doesn't really exist like that in the West. So for example, I know a lot of I have a lot of Muslim women friends. The way to express themselves in certain ways is limited from like the white woman friends I have because of their religion and their culture. Yeah.
Okay.
Now that would limit how one can manifest. For example, yet again, if I take Islam, a lot of stuff is haram.
Yeah.
So there's certain avenues that one can pursue when it comes to, let's say, manifesting.
Okay.
The next level.
Got you.
Yeah.
But that's just because manifesting can mean something different to. It's not the
but
same
I
thing
agree,
for
but
everyone.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
That's the point I'm trying to go with. When people talk about manifesting, it's not the same thing for everyone. Certain people's environments put limitations on how manifesting will be expressed to them in comparison to other people.
I agree with that.
So people that have more privilege can manifest wider because there's less limitations. So when you say the language thing, if my environment is an environment of abundance, not of survival and just getting through the week, I want to be a juggler for the Bordeaux police. You know what I mean?
That's a
Like,
weird dream, but
But
yeah, I hear
I
that.
can't do that. Right now I have to think, oh shit,
That's who you are in the other universe. You're a police officer.
this guy.
God forbid.
Like right now I literally have to think I need a job that's gonna pay my rent.
Yeah, no,
My
I hear
rent's
you.
this much, so my job has to pay this much.
Much,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's the jobs that offer this much?
Yeah.
Where are these jobs?
Mm.
I need to live in that area. My rent's this much. I need money to cover that rent. Blah 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 blah. blah. I'm surviving.
But that's the beautiful thing about manifestation, though, isn't it?
In what way?
Because obviously we've seen Bear Man come from the mud, literally the mud. And there has to be a certain level of will, determination, manifestation for you to get out of that. Because, yeah, that's real limitations. And that's a fact. But people have done it with them limitations.
And
No.
people
You know
can
what
do
I'm
that
saying?
through prayer
Yeah.
as well.
Are you religious?
Yeah.
Okay.
What made you think I wasn't?
Nah, I don't know the religious status of the people. On
Oh,
the
got
show.
you.
Oh,
Fair
yeah,
enough,
that's
fair
now a
enough.
taboo topic. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's now, yeah, look, like, everyone's like,
Like
my God is your
you-
God.
people. I'm screaming. Like I've been told there's in terms of like switching it up in how you talk to God, you can talk as if you've already like
Got it.
attained the things that you're asking for,
Do you speak in slang
and that's
sometimes?
that people can argue that that's a form of manifestation as well.
No, I agree with that. Like,
Because people think it's just like rocks and all these
Them
like
crystal,
that's-
them crystal
like
babes.
it's not
Crystal,
that.
let me not get
There's
myself in
ways.
trouble.
No.
Yeah,
Let me
no,
not.
no.
No, because I think people attach it to that, and it's there's a lack of respect towards those practices and shit like that. Because that's been around for a minute.
It's when-
Let's not
it's
even
when- I respect
let's not
when
even
black people do
disrespect it, because black people be doing
I
it
respect
too.
when black people do it.
There's avenues and ways that people can be in touch with whatever spirituality they have. So that's
I
got
know
to be
that.
respected.
There is
I
no-
feel like when people,
I'm sorry.
when I see people that are not from the West, aka non-white people do it, it usually comes from ancestral
Faith.
and practices
Yeah.
and research, and like it's in their culture already, and they're trying to rediscover it. Sometimes when I see white people do it, it seems like it's for aesthetics,
The trend.
and
yeah.
it's like it's almost like a bastardization of the version.
You know what?
So that's what made I was like,
That's like what you
puts me
said.
off.
Yeah,
like,
but that's I hear that, but that's I'm not referring to
yeah,
that.
no,
innit?
no.
So-
sorry.
Yeah, there's I think
no, because I watched them.
I even forgot what I was saying, but we were saying
My bad, sorry.
varying ways of
the
manifesting
way you
it being
talk
through
to God.
prayer
Yeah.
or whatever. That's
I wanted to
yeah.
add because faith is like because I don't know if you man have watched American Gods on Amazon, yeah, but he said one ill line at the beginning of the show in it, and he was like, "What makes religion is the people's faith. Without the people, are nothing in it." And that made me think, right, that's actually true because it takes a bunch of people to believe in something to make it real.
Yeah.
Like we don't actually know if it's real. Like that's the beautiful thing about faith. We have chosen, huh?
I love how this conversation is like
Yeah, no,
spiraled
like
into-
because it's true. Because it's like at some point every religion started with 2 to 10 people, and they said, "No, this is our belief, and we're gonna continue the messaging of this belief, and we're gonna pass it down through generations." Like, and then you decide whether or not you want to believe it. There's bare man that come from religious backgrounds
Religion-
that don't believe in religion.
Religion is social engineering.
Yeah.
Where you can.
You
It's
niggas
not a
gonna
negative.
Jump on your third topic, you know.
It's
Don't
not.
my life.
I'm not saying it in a negative way. It's not because social engineering can be used in positive and negative ways.
Yeah, facts. Well, it's always
It all
using
depends on
more
who-
negative, but yeah.
Yeah, of course. But
Social engineering is
Wait. You see the social engineering? Let me dribble with this one.
yeah. Go on. Sorry, I need to
Let
stop
me
playing
dribble
with this.
Manifestation, yeah. Environment, social engineering.
Mm.
So you see the next generation of little picnics that run around, yeah.
Mm.
I want to make sure that my money stacked up,
Them
is
little
stacked
niglets.
up in such a way that those little picnics, yeah, niglets,
Niglets,
yeah, they
My
can
niglets.
literally do what they want to do.
So
The
you're
only-
promoting nepotism, which I think is dope.
no, but I always promote.
No, facts.
But not nepotism is my family though.
It's not
No, no,
nepotism.
no, but that's
it's
what I'm
called
saying.
leaving
No,
a
but
legacy
that's what
behind,
it's
leaving
called, though.
peace
I'm not-
for your little
Listen,
children.
the reason why wait, hold on. I'm not shitting on it. The reason why I'm saying that because when you said that, you man bang FIFA, there's that one tune that says all I want is some nepotism for my kids.
And if we're getting biblical with it, that's your role as a man.
That's
No,
what,
but I
that's
don't
what I'm
believe in
so that's
nepotism,
no.
though.
So but that what I'm saying is
He's not done your
he's
job.
not saying he's not saying it in a bad way. He's saying it in a flex. Like, I want to be so up that my kids can be. I could just do what they want. If they want to be useless,
Be good.
I can pay for. I'm
no,
not saying that's what he's saying. I'm just saying it's a flex because look at the reaction we just had from us black people saying nepotism. It's not. We can't have that.
But I don't think
Everyone's
that's
got to
bad.
work hard. That's a flex then. If
No,
we can do
no.
Nepotism has a
Right.
negative
that's what
connotation
I'm
to
saying.
it
And I
though.
don't think
Because
it should
it's
do.
not about that.
It's about
giving. Sorry, Niece.
No, sorry. It's just I'm agreeing with you.
But you know what, let me.
I'm agreeing.
Before Nisi dribbles, the reason why nepotism has such a negative connotation is because most people that succeed off of nepotism are fucking idiots.
No, I agree with him. That's why I say that.
Fucking idiot.
I made
as
the
in, like,
point.
they don't
I
deserve their role.
I don't like to use the word nepotism.
I don't think it's a
Because
bad
If you don't
thing.
deserve it,
No.
at least be good at it.
The only reason why I don't like to use the word nepotism is that I'm talking about me stacking and the niggas that live in my house, them benefiting because they live
Yeah.
in my house. That's not nepotism.
I'm
If
just
I'm
raising
working in a
family.
business, I'm not
Essentially,
giving
yeah.
my youth a job. Fucking
Yeah,
who
yeah,
has
yeah.
the best CV? Fuck you. Go back home, bro. I'll put the white boy. If you know what I mean.
I'm
Like,
screaming.
Okay, I hear what you're saying, but what I mean by it is like we're saying the same thing. What I'm saying is you're putting yourself in a position where, say, like worst case scenario happens.
They could come back home,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying.
Like,
That's
even if you lose your job, yeah.
We're saying the same
and you
thing,
get
bro.
booted out. Pops. Yeah, I'm coming to pick you up. I can't do that with my
I don't know
Of course,
about- I don't know about you, but
you would want to be able to do that one day.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want.
Facts.
my kids are gonna have soft life, soft life.
I don't.
What's the
Do
soft
you know what I
side?
mean?
No, I
It's
can't do that.
no. You have to. You have to. Why would you want to? You can
It's
still
different.
install no, because
For
you can
sons,
raise
no.
a child and
My son, no.
install what you want to install within that child without giving them the
Hardship.
grief and the trauma that our parents
Nah.
gave to us.
When you wake up in the morning,
Because if you have the
mental pumping, 50,000 push-ups every morning, 6 a.m.
For what?
For men,
what?
I'm not gonna
For
lie. With
sentimental
if you
pumping.
got a son, you kind of have to
shit to do.
find the balance. If you're like up here and you got a son, you do have to find.
Why not?
You do have to find the balance. Yeah,
How?
especially with
How?
boys.
You don't know how to wake up anymore because you're doing that soft life. You don't know how to look after yourself.
But
because
what?
you're doing soft life.
Okay.
No. To be fair though,
When you say soft life, break it like what
yeah,
do you mean?
I was gonna say that
What do you mean?
because
Because when you say soft to us, because we're men, soft
Yeah,
means
this is what I'm
something
saying. This is what I'm
super
trying to say.
different.
Like,
and
with men,
also
it's a
we
little
grew up
different.
in toxic environments, so
Yeah.
our definition of we're only used to hard love, and our hard love
Hard
isn't
love.
healthy love. If
Mm.
you know what I mean?
It's
So
not
when
always
you
healthy,
say
no.
soft love, we get triggered because we know the wasio man them that they fucking can't do shit. 'cause the
I was saying
That's
that
why
in
I'm doing
response.
20 push-ups right now.
You're
when you say
talking
soft
about
life.
having money to provide whatever you want for your child and to give them a soft life in that sense, like a
Okay,
leg
okay,
up
okay.
in. I don't know what you lot assumed and projected
No,
into what I just
Yeah,
said.
yeah.
but-
Niggas like soft that said, "No, I will not
No.
raise a bitch.
Chill out.
You know what?
I will not raise a
I
bitch."
assume the man them that can't do laundry because the mom doesn't.
Yeah.
The man them that
No.
buys
Can't
them.
I
iron their
didn't say.
clothes.
Where did I
Aye.
say that?
My mom, I'm a mum. I'll say that with my chest. But mom, I'll tell you what. My mum made sure that I learned how to do shit. You're gonna learn how
I
to
know how
wash
to do
plates.
all the
You're gonna
shit I
learn how
need
to
to do.
clean. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna just be some useless don. I'm trying to get her to cook, teach me how to cook Sierra Leone for you, but she's moving mad. She's one of them stingy cooks that don't like people around
She
her.
don't want you to know the recipe.
Yeah, like,
Come on, your
but,
own
like,
shit,
yeah,
nigga.
like my mum,
Come on, your own shit, nigga.
like what you said, you can give your kids a soft life in terms of making it easier for them, but you can still teach them things.
No, you're
Essential
when
life.
you
Yeah.
explain soft life
You
now, I
still-
feel better now.
So like
I'm
my
not
mum,
scared
my
anymore.
mum did it with.
Thank you.
My mum did
Sorry.
it with.
We definitely projected.
My mum did it with finances. So
Yeah.
my mum was like, "Yo, listen, like every time even when I go to spend money now, like all I hear is my mum and dad saying, cut your coat according to your size, fam. If you ain't got it right now, if you're extra small right now, it's cool. Be the extra small right now. You might get to the double XL soon. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like certain things is like you got to instill. So like my mum always taught me about learning how to like put your bills aside. Make sure your bills are
Yeah.
paid before anything else is done. Like your little things where it's like little things where it's like, alright, cool. I'm still a soft youth, like in terms of my mum's looking after me, but she's also teaching me life shit. But I guess it's different because it's obviously single mum shit. So I was seeing it live as well, innit? Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Yo. So you see with that, yeah. So back again, linking it all up, yeah. Because I'm sewing shit, yeah. So if you take that,
Is it Taylor?
yeah. Our parents, because of the fact that they're surviving, they taught us how to save, yeah, and how to work hard. They didn't really teach us how to invest shit. Because when you're surviving, you ain't investing shit. Yeah.
that's a good point.
Now, for example, you know when it comes to investing, you have to take out credit. Our parents shitted against credit. they told us
Oh,
not to.
no, my mom. I'll put
really?
on that one. My mom's credit is she's bust me.
Oh, but
that's been my savior.
was always don't get a credit card.
No,
don't
no,
take
no.
out loans.
My mom is A1 with that shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, proper
Okay.
A1.
So apart from your
No. But I'm just saying. But I'm getting your general point. Yeah,
that's the next step.
I understand your general point though. That's not really
Yeah. So for
a
example,
focus.
if I was a kid and I was picturing, if I was to transport into young Nisi, yeah, and I'm picturing how am I gonna become a millionaire? A motherfucker's thinking, am I gonna rap? Am I gonna trap? Or am I gonna kick ball? Yeah. If you ask me now, 27, man can work this job that pays this amount for this amount of years, save up this money, invest it there and there, flip it into this and invest it into that.
Pay for
maybe
a qualification here.
yeah,
Raises
yeah.
up the
maybe in
bag
10,
and all that
15 years, I can get my net worth to that. Yeah.
'Cause
As a youth, I wasn't thinking that because my environment wasn't teaching me
No,
that.
it was limited.
It's go
manifested
time
how
now.
I
You have to be
manifested.
successful now. It's like you're rushing when you're younger. When really and truly, if you like take your time and plan it out, it will be better for you in the long run than trying to say I'm trying to hit the belly right now. It's rap or go to the league. Almost in speaking to the mic. How unprofessional.
That's a mixtape name, you know.
Huh?
Rapper go to the
Whose mixtape is that? That does.
That's DJ's one coming up, you know.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
No, but you see,
is she producing?
Exclusive, you know.
Yeah, come on.
Exclusive.
you see what you said about like taking steps. Yeah, I feel like that's one bad thing about manifestation where it could fuck you up in that sense because
No patience.
no patience and also sometimes manifestation can get to a point where it's a bit unrealistic.
That's what
You feel me? And a lot of the time now, what you're seeing social media, so like that success is always in your face, and then you peep a man's age, you're like, raw, this person's 4 years younger than me. Now in your
Nah, I
head you're trying to rush your thing, and now your
Yeah.
thing, cause like fam, when I see certain stats like when they say like, oh yeah, only 20% or 10% of people are getting paid over 50 bags a year, in the UK, I'm like, raw, that's mad because if you was to just look on your socials or look what man are doing or people you're inspired by, you'd think everyone's up. You feel me? But most man ain't even clearing 25k a year right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just about being realistic about goals. I think it was one episode you man said about the youth that said, I don't even care about my GCSEs. I'm going to be a bin man. I'm going to be on like, it was ish. I'm going to be on like 40k a year. A lot of the time, man ain't being taught stuff like that in school. It's like, oh no, you're going to be the best you've ever been. You're going to get the best grades. And then you're going to be a lawyer.
When they leave, like go uni and then phases there, and real life you have to face to real life.
And then it fucks you up because you're like, shit, there's way more barriers than I was told I was gonna encounter trying to get to where I'm trying to get
You
to.
see those barriers though, yeah, and this is a question for you mostly, yeah. You see those barriers that you spoke about that exist in reality, yeah, in real life. Should that not limit how you manifest? Because you can't manifest through those. You can work through those, but you can't manifest through those. If that makes sense.
But isn't working through it
Part of it, yeah, that's what I think.
Not
You
really,
never had it
because
before, and it came out of nowhere basically. You just work towards whatever you got to. That's the next step.
okay. So for example, with that, I'll say this, yet again, I'll go with the sports. Sports is easy because, like everyone
a
here
clear
knows,
path, yeah.
it's a clear path, and the age you start playing is important for the average person. Yeah. For the average person, after a certain age, you're not gonna make it, regardless of how hard you work.
Literally, when I was playing football and like semi taking it seriously, they said, "Hey, you lot have until you're 16. If you're not in an academy by the age you're 16,
It's true.
boy, it's tough.
No, it's true.
You're never going to make it."
But you know why it's mad? Because
Basically.
that shit is black. Man are paying for potential. I'm looking at you now. What are you gonna be in 6 years? And that's why
And
it's
you have
kind
to
of
already be sick already.
Yeah, and that's why it's crazy. Like, not to go too nerdy into football, but when Harry Kane was a youth, Arsenal dropped him because he was too big. You feel me? They said he was too big. Is he gonna stay fit? Man's 9 years old, like, and you're looking at a 9-year-old saying, "Is he gonna be fit?" Yeah, exactly.
You were saying I'm gonna
And what did he do? He went and worked on his game. It's hard work plus the manifestation, which gets you
And support system.
there. Facts.
A lot of these kids,
Yeah, have great support systems.
Aye.
It's facts.
These kids that make it in football, their dad knows my man that coach at academy, this guy
Fam,
coach
even-
at academy, This
DJ,
guy that
even
does
simpler
this
than that. Just
knows
just,
the agent. It's
just
like,
transport alone. Someone can't afford to take their
Yeah.
youth from school. Now
That's-
take him all the way to wherever Chelsea train, which
that's
could
why I
be
didn't
2
make
hour
it still.
drive. And now you gotta get, them back. Yeah, thank you.
Hey,
now your mum's
that's why I
thinking,
didn't make it.
now your mum's thinking, right, like how am I supposed to get from work, go to pick up my youth from school, take him to football, take him back, make sure he's good with his schoolwork.
Literally.
There's a lot of little things like that go into it that can just fuck you up and make sure you're not being seen or something like that.
That's why we need to stop. I love it, especially. That's what I'm saying. The women inspire me, because they're just out here cleaning up, getting degrees, multiple degrees, out there, and then going to the corporate world, doing their thing, changing the environment as well,
Owning shit,
owning their own shit.
Yeah.
So multitasking is good.
Yeah, I forgot
feel
what,
like
I
man
don't
them-
know. Sorry.
Man,
Go
them
on.
is like it's win or bust still. We're still trying to do the go hard or go home thing when it's like take your time.
Yeah, but
your time.
men are
You're
not.
putting too much pressure on yourself.
We ain't afforded that luxury. You feel
Yes,
me?
you are.
No, I'm saying in man's mindset. Because
we have to change our
because
mindset.
what did he say last episode? Stop pocket watching.
Exactly.
Because man are pocket watching. Because our value is deemed in what women we get, what job we have, and how much drip and flash shit and how much we can flex in certain man's head. You feel me? So when they're looking at that, they're like, I need to get it now. That's why man go trap. For the wrong reasons, man do F. For the wrong reasons, man get in with the wrong crowd. Not knowing that, fam, you can literally go do a fucking construction
train driver.
construction management course. Bro, do you know what them construction managers are on?
A train
They're
driver. You
laughing.
start at 30k. I'm like,
Or them
okay.
train engineers, they are
You start at
laughing,
30k.
bro.
Once you get your fully licensed, you start at 60k.
You boost up to 60k.
and then you can bus track and get paid more. Why
And
not?
then this is what I'm saying, it's a simple life, but man, I'm getting told this because, like you said, the environment a lot of the time is I need to rap, I need to kick ball, I need to get at a profession where like I'm cool, semi-cool, and I can flex with it.
Can I jump in again? Yeah, I'm gonna say this. Yeah, growing up in Congolese. Yeah, and then if you go to a church. I was gonna say Congolese church, but all the niggas from Africa go to church as well. Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
You sound upset that they're there.
Yeah. So
And the Donnies that go mosque too as well.
Yes. So you're in the church and people are going to university around the same time. Parents are talking about this guy's doing this degree, this woman's doing that degree. Yeah. And then they start to put stuff into a hierarchy of like, oh, he's doing business, but oh, he's being a lawyer. He's a doctor. Yeah. Levels to shit. Yeah.
Parents love occupation watching of other children.
No, true. They instill that into the kids as well. So I know a lot of people where the parents' expectations fuck up their manifestation as well because they want to be an artist, but the mom wants them to be a doctor.
Oh,
Yeah. So they can't manifest the full variety of the artist's life because the environment doesn't want that.
And their vision's blurred because you're trying to please all sides. Yeah.
Which is fucked up. Like I could have been a break dancer.
Have
If
any
my
of-
parents allowed me to dream when I was a kid.
Do you lot get your parents like? Do your parents compare like their like friends' kids with your?
My parents compare my siblings with me. Not just my friends.
Do you get that comparison as well?
Yeah, I do. But I think I didn't care. I did what I wanted to do anyway. And
Don DeMarco,
Yeah.
that shit. That's a Don DeMarco for real. Because
This nigga.
Because not to cut you off, because a lot of people are secretly suffering with that now. They finish uni and they've got to the end of their journey or whatnot, and they're like, raw, like, damn, did I do this because I wanted to, or did I do this because of the pressure that was put on me? Like,
Because I
bro,
felt like this was what I was supposed to do.
my
Instead of
parents
something I
molded
actually
me
wanted to do.
around a whole youth that I haven't seen since secondary school finished.
Just some
He
random
auto served at church. They made me auto serve at church. He went to my secondary school.
Yeah.
I went to the secondary school.
Chill out with Godfrey.
And then when I would fuck up in school, they'll be like, why you not like him? He's doing his GCSE, he's almost finished. He's going to go to university, be a doctor. Don't you want that for yourself? I'm like, no, nigga. It's
like
not
I
me.
didn't
It's
I
not
didn't
my
have
ambition.
I didn't have too much of a conservative family. My family are the kind of people, because I wasn't just parented by my mum. I was parented by like my
same.
sister, my auntie, like everyone.
Humanity.
It's just to do things with conviction, and if you make a decision, you
Yeah.
work, and you see it through. You involve yourself in whatever extracurricular things you should be involving yourself in, and like actually prove that what you've chosen is what you want to do. I know that's what I've heard my sister tell me anyways, but it wasn't necessarily, oh, you need to be a doctor or why you just I'd get the odd jab every now and then by my mum, but it wasn't anything that, like, it wasn't a real pressure.
Okay.
Whatever.
It wasn't, because I know some people are in families where it's almost like it's not abusive, I wouldn't say, but it's like it's a harsh pressure on the child to take a certain path and to go down a certain route, and it's like sometimes when the family is wealthy, for example, it's almost like I'm paying for this, so you better do it, or this is the path you better take. You're not about to embarrass me.
Fact. Oh, that embarrass point is
like,
so important.
do you know what I mean? You're not about to know. You're not about to be no creative director, but what's that? Like,
facts.
Sorry, that's very loud, but yeah, you're not.
No, because the embarrassment is the real. That's the real core of the issue. I don't know what it is with African parents or certain African non-Western parents. That shame of not being a good parent in their own eyes is what drives them to drive their kids crazy with certain ambitions and goals that they try and instill in their kids.
I don't think it's proper to say that that's the reason why the embarrassment is there. Some of them just have a family name and it's an ego thing.
That's, you don't want your ego to be embarrassed. It's embarrassment.
That doesn't have nothing to do with
Embarrassment is part of the ego.
Yeah, embarrassment is therefore part of your ego.
When it comes to that, that's the embarrassment is part of the ego.
Like, for example, I know some families, for example, at home, the youth them are missing a meal because he wants to finance his BMW. So that when he drives around with the youths in the BMW, he's a good parent. But at home, nothing's being provided for. Yeah, I'm going to put that point in a box and make this point. Yeah, shout out to the friends.
Shout out to Will Smith.
Shout out to Shout out to the friends. Shout out to the friends around the world that really helped a motherfucker manifest, because they done shit that family couldn't do. Like, I went with certain friends with certain dreams and they gassed a motherfucker up to the level in which I thought, shit, I can do that. Yeah. Most my parents didn't do that, but my man them did. Some of my man them. Other man them is bad man. But some of my man them.
Not everyone. You need to know your friends sometimes, innit?
I was lucky enough. Yeah, I'm not the best, but like, there's some of my mum's friends and my parents' friends' kids. Yeah, they're doing a lot worse than me. So it's like.
No. I listen.
No,
real talk. You see, no with me. No, real talk. Because you know what that's mad. Yeah.
So it's like, I'm like mid tier. But still, it's like, so the pressure of, oh, he's doing this, why aren't you doing that? I'm like, and if my mum ever said that, I'm like, I don't want to do that. So what now?
He's in jail, bitch.
What now?
That's why.
You ain't seen Rodney in a while, like, yo,
everybody relax.
No, but like,
guys.
I feel that because obviously when I made the decision to drop out of uni, I feel like maybe I'm like one of two people that don't have a degree in my family. If you exclude the parents and that. Every single youth has a degree. Some with 2, uncles with master's degree. So me going back, because so my uncle, so with my dad, like obviously as I got older, I kind of realized why your pressure was there. Because obviously he raised his 4 or 5 of his younger brothers, and they all ended up going to get degrees, masters, whatever, innit? So now he's looking at me with, my nigga, if you don't even sniff a degree, there's no way I'm gonna let my own son not have a degree when I put whole youths through school and that. And now they're all doing stuff. And I think so, bro, it's hard to live up to them expectations.
The only pathway, like, there's so many stuff that's 1, cheaper, 2, like, easier to access and more beneficial to access than a degree. And it's the equivalent. So, like, when I was going to uni, my mum said, why are you going to uni for? Go and get an apprenticeship. And I was like, what the fuck? Why are you telling me this now? The UCAS form is finished. Why are you telling me this now? Yeah. And I'm like, so all this pressure I was going through at 17, 18, yeah, because I went to uni kind of at like 19. So 17, 18, yeah, it was for nothing. And then the whole time I was at uni, I was like, what the fuck am I doing here?
I had the opposite. It was like, when I mentioned the apprenticeship, it was like, what's that? And how you going to tell a nigga that's seen degrees actually change man's life? How you going to change his mentality? No, but you got to understand, my dad is like traditional old school. My dad's 70, like. Yeah. So me saying an apprenticeship to him is alien. Do you get what I'm saying?
You need to tell him literally it's the same thing,
Guys,
and they're paying me to do it.
But my
And I'd have to pay the money
dad
back.
had the obsession with the gown
Yeah.
and the
Yeah, cap and
certificate.
gown,
yeah,
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 I
you know what I'm
feel
saying?
man, them. Shout out to Joe's dad. Shout out to you, Cass. Yeah. No,
No, don't shout you. Fuck you guys.
no. Shout out you, Cass.
Cass.
They put me through university. Yeah.
They didn't put me through. They asked for the money back.
No, they put me through it now. They're taxing me now, I'm mad, but they put me through it. So this has been Urban Era, yeah. It's your
Done
boy
now.
Nisi Way, yeah. Why'd you say like that?
Nisi
We
Way.
have Joe, we have
Nisi
DJ,
Way.
Yeah.
Chrissy Chris, Ish, Glows at home, yeah. This episode has been wavy, Zavy. Thank you for listening.
Shout to the conglomerate. Shout
You
to
feel
the
me?
conglomerates.
Yeah. Now what? What else are we plugging?
Anchor, all of that.
Oh, Anchor, that's the one. That's
Anchor.
why I love you. Your hat.
It's
your
cheaper than a
shoes.
meal deal.
Yeah.
It's cheaper than a meal deal. So
Back to
no
this one,
excuses.
The
Subscribe
Anchor.
to Anchor
Yeah.
and get anchored.
And you can get our visuals early on Spotify if you're subscribed over there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You feel me? You get the episode actually a little bit earlier than when it actually drops on Spotify too. So yeah,
Instagram as well, Urban Era 404.
on all socials, including
Yeah,
Facebook,
yeah.
Twitter, all of that. TikTok as well, man.
Yeah.
We need to get back active on TikTok. Let's manifest that. Let's manifest that. We're gonna get back on TikTok. Let's manifest that.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay.
TikTok.
Thank you very much.
go.
Peace out, homies.
Wait, one second.
So loud.
I'm sorry.
So loud.